everybody. My name is Blair.
And I'm Mandy.
And we are actually both going to be competing for the very first time in January at the SuperTraining Classic here in Sacramento. I personally am so excited to share the platform with Mark Bell and Brian Shaw. As an amateur powerlifter, they are the people that I've admired forever, and to actually even be a part of the SuperTraining gym and be involved in this is such a cool thing, and so I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, we're both super excited. It's gonna be our first meet ever, so there's nerves, but also tons of excitement. I know I personally really want to be able to bench 185 and probably pull 365.
Lofty goals. She is this strong. I would like to at least be able to pull 275. If I can get any more than that, that would be amazing. And I want to be able to bench, let's say maybe 155.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big goal, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Got a couple months.
So go ahead and sign up. It's going on in January.
See you there.
How's it going, guys? My name is Nick Podolsky, part of a SuperTraining gym. I'll be competing at Jesse Burdick's meet November 11th, CSA Record Breakers. I'm going 220 this meet. First time I'm going 220. I just don't want to cut. I'm not going for a world record, so I'm going 220 and see what I can do. So when I go up to deadlift, I used to just say, all right, let's just do this. Let's rip this bastard off the floor and let's just get it done. But this prep, I've been focusing more on being patient off the floor, which I used to just try to rip it and kind of see what happened. Now I'm being more patient, and it feels weird at first, but now it's working tremendously. I feel better than ever, so I'm being more methodical with deadlifts. Squat and bench, I can go crazy. I'm much more in tune with my squats and bench. I can just get hype, and then I feel this fine. I don't really think about it. With deadlifts, I kind of keep it more calm. You're always gonna be learning different stuff. I've been seriously powerlifting for 4 years, non-stop pretty much, and I've had different cues. I've been learning constantly. So my form's changed from this to that throughout this whole time. And now, in my training, being patient on the floor, that's what I have to work on. That's my weakness. Before, I was too wide. Sometimes I was too narrow. You're constantly fixing yourself. You're constantly going through, all right, what do I need to work on today, or in this prep, until it feels perfect. And maybe it never will, but that's part of the game.
Thomas File, and right now I'm prepping for 2 competitions. Number 1 for me is the IPL World Championships, Masters World Championships. I compete Sunday, November the 5th in Las Vegas, Nevada, and then 6 days later I'll compete in the SPF meet down at the Combat Sports Academy in Dublin, California. So I'm prepping for back-to-back meets. When I deadlift, the main thing for me is it's taking the bar off the ground. If I can get the bar off the ground, I will complete the lift. That's as strange as that sounds. So I just have to make sure I'm back on my heels and my toes are light on the platform. If you slip your fingers under the balls of my feet in the front, you feel nothing. All my weight is back on my heels. If I do that correctly, I will successfully pull the weight no matter what it is. So that's the mechanical cue I look for. Hips low, all my weight back on my heels.
My name is Jessica Smith. I'm not training for any competition. I'm just training to be better. In terms of deadlifts, it's squeezing my lats down to keep my back straight, basically. Just because my back has always been an issue for me, and I just want to make sure it's in the safest position possible. So squeezing my lats down, keeping my back straight in a neutral position. Best way to keep me from hurt myself, basically.
What's going on, bud? Having a hard time?
I just, I don't know, maybe I got too much tape on now, or I'm gonna try taking that piece of tape off. And
Give yourself a few minutes, too.
yeah, reset. I can pull it, no, it's just, I can't hold on to it for some reason right now. All right.
Okay, now we've read.
So my name is Trevor Myrie, and I'm training for the Reebok Record Breakers coming up here on November 11th. The biggest one for me is pulling the slack out of the bar. That's been the biggest change in my deadlift recently that's really helped elevate it to the next level. Pulls my hips in the proper position, helps me so I don't pitch forward when I first start to lift the weight off the floor, which helps the movement all the way through to lockout. The way it was described to me is just basically pulling your shoulders up and back, just kind of really protecting your lats almost, or your armpits, you know, pulling your arms over your armpits, trying to pull that back. It's gonna pull you down, pull the bar up at the same time. When you have heavier weights, you'll actually see the bar start to bend before it comes off the floor. When you're doing it with lighter weights, just to practice it, the bar will actually come up off the floor before you actually execute the deadlift, just pulling the slack out of the bar.
Another good training session here at SuperTraining Gym. We got my boy Pig, who was going for some deadlift openers today, as he polishes up and gets everything fine-tuned for Reebok Record Breakers. Really try to be aware of your goal. So think about it this way. Think about you're in a race, you're in a 100-meter race, okay? Picture the finish line and work your way backwards from there. How do you want to get to that finish line? How is that race ending for you? Start to think about how you're going to get to the end of whatever it is that you're going to do. A 700-pound deadlift, a 500-pound bench, making $50,000 for the first time, or whatever it may be, whatever your goal is. Think about some of those final steps and kind of work your way backwards into it, and make sure that everything you're doing lines up with it. As my boy Gary Vee says, he states this many times over. He'll hear someone talk about wanting to make $1 million, and then the next thing he'll see is on their Instagram account, they're out of the park. It doesn't really work that way, my friends. If you want to be successful and you are driven and you want to be on the next level, if you just want to be a little bit above average, ain't no thing. You can party, you can have fun, and you can have some balance. But if you want to be a fucking savage, it's going to take the greatest effort of your life. You have to make sure that everything that you're saying that you want to do, that you're following through with, and that you're taking all the proper steps. Part of what you think is what you become, so make sure that your behavior and your thoughts start to turn into some of your actions, and make sure those actions start to become part of your behavior. Once you have that behavior patterned down correctly, and once it's happening over and over again, you're going for multiple 10-minute walks every day. You're adhering to whatever diet that you're on. Your training is on point and you're doing all the things that you said you would do. Your sleep is on point, your hydration's on point. All these things start to be on point, and it starts to become part of your character. It's no longer any harder to do that than it is to go off the plan. Actually, in fact, to go off the plan and to go against yourself, as I am doing here, eating all this crap, is harder than staying on the plan at this point. How fucking cool is that? So the rich get richer. Success breeds success. And remember, strength is never a weakness, and weakness is never a strength.